You know, there's this silent crisis happening right now, affecting millions of people. It's fatty liver disease, one of the fastest growing metabolic disorders out there. And the tricky part is, it often develops with zero symptoms. But what if your body was already sending you warning signals, clues you just didn't know how to read? Okay, let's dive into this and uncover what your body might be trying to tell you.
Seriously, think about it. When you look in the mirror, you might notice a new wrinkle or a blemish. But what if your skin is also acting as a dashboard for your internal health, especially for your liver? It could be sending out these subtle little flares long before you'd ever feel that something is actually wrong on the inside. So, we're going to start on the outside. Think of yourself as a detective in your own health investigation. And your skin, well, that's where we're going to find our very first set of clues. Clues that are so often overlooked. We're going to zoom in on 3 really specific signs that are directly connected to liver dysfunction. These things called spider angiomas, palmar erythema, and of course, jaundice. Let's break down what each of these actually looks and feels like.
Okay, first up, spider angiomas. They're exactly what they sound like, these tiny, red, web-like patterns of blood vessels. If you see one and press on it, you'll notice it goes pale for a second and then refills from the center outwards. So why do they show up? It's because a struggling liver can't do its job of metabolizing hormones properly, especially estrogen, and that imbalance causes these tiny vessels to pop up on the skin.
Our second clue is something called palmar erythema. This is basically a persistent, totally painless redness on the palms of your hands. It usually shows up on the fleshy parts at the base of your thumb and your little finger. And here's the real telltale sign. It's almost always symmetrical. You'll see it on both hands. This is a classic indicator of chronic liver congestion and some funky changes in your circulation. And for our third clue, we have jaundice. Now, this is probably the most famous sign of liver trouble, that unmistakable yellow tint to the skin and the whites of the eyes. But here's the really crucial thing to get. This isn't an early warning. This is a later stage sign. It means the liver is already under so much stress that it can't clear out a waste product called bilirubin, and that's what causes the yellowing. All right, so we've looked at the clues on the outside. Now let's go deeper and find the culprit on the inside. The real problem isn't the fat you can pinch on your stomach. It's the invisible, dangerous fat that's wrapped around your organs. And this chart just nails the difference. Over on the left, you've got subcutaneous fat. That's the stuff right under your skin. But on the right, that's the one we need to worry about, visceral fat. This isn't just padding. This stuff is metabolically active. It wraps around your organs, pumps out inflammatory signals, and literally infiltrates your liver cells, causing real damage from the inside out. And this right here is a massive wake-up call that shatters a huge misconception. We're conditioned to think liver problems are only for people who are overweight, but that's just not true. You can look totally lean and fit on the outside, while on the inside, your liver is quietly accumulating dangerous levels of this visceral fat. So we have to completely reframe how we think about this. Let's be crystal clear. Fatty liver disease is not just a weight problem. It is a deep-seated metabolic dysfunction. It's all about how your body is handling energy, hormones, and inflammation. And that has nothing to do with the number you see on the scale. Which brings us right to the hormonal connection. See, when the liver gets clogged up with fat, it can't perform one of its most critical jobs, acting as the master regulator for your hormones. And when that happens, it kicks off a whole cascade of chaos. It's like a domino effect, really. A fatty liver gets sluggish and can't clear out excess estrogen from your system, so your circulating estrogen levels start to rise. What does that do? It makes your blood vessels weaker, more fragile, and more dilated. And that leads directly back to, you guessed it, the spider angiomas and palmar erythema we saw on the skin earlier. It's all connected. And this hormonal mess, well, it doesn't play out the same for everyone. For men, those elevated estrogen levels can actually suppress testosterone, which can make those skin changes we talked about even more noticeable. For women, it can pour gasoline on the fire of estrogen dominance, making things like PMS or irregular cycles way more intense.
Okay, I know that all sounds pretty heavy, but here is the amazing part. Your liver has this incredible, superhero-like ability to regenerate. It can literally heal itself. We just need to know how to flip the switch for that cellular recovery.
So let me introduce you to the hero of this story, a molecule called sulforaphane. This is a super powerful, all-natural compound that you find in cruciferous vegetables. I'm talking broccoli, especially broccoli sprouts, kale, cabbage, you name it. Think of it as the key that starts the engine of your body's own internal defense and repair systems.
So, how does this amazing stuff work? Well, it's actually a pretty straightforward process. You eat those cruciferous veggies, and sulforaphane gets released. That then activates a special genetic pathway in your body called NRF2. Now, the best way to think of the NRF2 pathway is like a master power washer for your liver cells. It cranks up your body's antioxidant production, it boosts detoxification, and it basically sends a powerful signal to your liver cells. It's time to repair.
So, the big question is, how do we put all this incredible science into action? Well, the great news is you don't need some crazy extreme detox. All you need is a simple, consistent framework to give your liver the right signals to start healing itself. So let's check out a 30-day reset plan.
This whole plan is built on 3 super simple but powerful pillars. Number 1, time-restricted eating. Giving your body a 12 to 16-hour break from eating every day gives your liver some much-needed downtime to clean house. Number 2, supportive nutrition. This means loading up on those sulforaphane-rich veggies, plus plenty of fiber and healthy fats. And number 3, and this one is huge, sleep. You have to prioritize deep sleep because that's when your liver does the bulk of its repair work.
And what's so motivating is just how fast your body wants to heal. In as little as 1 week, you can start to improve your insulin sensitivity. By week 2, that internal inflammation can begin to calm down. And for a lot of people, by day 30, you can see a real, measurable drop in liver fat. The healing process can be incredibly quick when you give your body what it needs. And if there's one thing I really want you to take away from all this, it's this right here. You don't have to be perfect. This isn't about an all-or-nothing diet. It's the small, consistent efforts day after day that truly give your liver the space and the tools it needs to recover. It's all about the daily signals you're sending it. So, we started with this idea that our bodies are constantly talking to us. The clues are there, on your skin, in your energy levels, in how you feel every day. The messages are being sent. The only question left is, are you ready to finally listen?